Brazil are through to the Copa America final after a 2-0 win over Argentina. It's another clean sheet for Alisson, 9 in a row for both Liverpool and his national team, but that's not really the story. The big story was the officiating in the game. Lionel Messi not happy. He felt that his side should have had 2 penalties and said the officiating was crazy. There were clear penalties on Otamendi, on Kun. Throughout the tournament, they called naughty word handballs, naughty word penalties and naughty word fouls. But somehow today, they refused to use VAR. The referee was on their side. In every 50-50 ball or dispute, the pitch was tilted against us. At first glance of contact, they ruled in their favour. For us, it was all cards, and for them, nothing. The referee was not fair. Let's hope CONMEBOL does something about it, but surely not, because Brazil commands too much power in the organisation. He's right, isn't it? That they should have had 2 penalties.
I think you can make it, without question, the second on Kun Aguero, I think maybe you can make an excuse as to why not, but from Messi's point of view, no question, you understand the why he's aggrieved.
So he's right?
He's right on the 2 penalties. CONMEBOL do have to look at who was in charge of VAR, because you could say the referee didn't see the Aguero one or the second one, but VAR absolutely can. As far as his first point about, guess what, the home team gets decisions, that's always been the case. And he'll have been on the end of that as well. He'll have been with Argentina and with Barcelona getting decisions. But as far as VAR, he's 100% correct.
Jules?
Yeah, I agree with the boys. Like, you can see his frustration because that was probably Argentina's best performance in the competition. They were unlucky, hitting the woodwork twice, and overall they probably were the better side, but Brazil were far too clinical compared to them. They missed too many chances, Argentina, and then when you feel like that, when you feel so frustrated after a game, especially when you could have had 2 penalties, you often take it on the referees. But I agree with Stevie as well. Messi is experienced enough to have seen that happen many times for him and against him as well. However, he's right on VAR. It's beyond belief that the referee didn't even check on VAR if the decisions that he took on those penalties, especially, were the right ones or not.
It's interesting because you don't hear Messi talk this passionately about officials and that sort of thing. But it does help kind of change the narrative, doesn't it? Because we're not talking about Lionel Messi once again not winning silverware with his national team. We're talking about officiating in Copa America, and that's why they didn't get through. It's not a bad little deflection, is it?
It depends which way you want to come at that, Dan. We've never heard Lionel Messi complaining about anything his whole career.
Right.
This is the second time. He was complaining about the fields and other things last week, and now he's complaining again. So, can it help? Yes, maybe, depending on who's listening. But could it be somebody going, well, he's complaining again just because he got beat?
Look, for me, listen, it's a game that evokes immense passion, and you've seen that in Lionel Messi. Even for somebody who's won it all at club level, hasn't done so at international level, and to go out in this fashion against your heated rivals, you understand the response. It does change the narrative. I think Argentina's performance, more to the point, changes the narrative. I thought this was by far the best we've seen Argentina for quite some time, unfortunately in a losing effort. And you just wonder, as well, added to that, if Lionel Messi sees his chance for winning silverware at the national team level kind of slipping away yet again.
What an indictment it is, Jules, on Argentina, that they lose 2-0 against Brazil, yet we're almost patting them on the head to say, well, at least you've improved a little bit. This was your best showing in the tournament so far. For Brazil, it was all about the final third, wasn't it? They took their chances and Argentina didn't.
Exactly, and we've been there before with Argentina, back at the World Cup 2014, obviously, in the final against Germany, in the last 2 finals of the Copa America as well against Chile, when in every of those 3 games, they had chances to take the lead, they had chances to win the game, they didn't, and on the other hand, they got punished. And those moments always come back to haunt them at some point. And it was the case last night where Brazil scored a very good team goal, the first one, the Gabriel Jesus one with Dani Alves and Firmino, and the build-up was great. But after that, Argentina can easily come back, easily take a lead, go 2-1 up, for example, and then they get beaten on a counter-attack where the defending was horrendous. So they only have, in a way, themselves to blame and a bit of the referee, but we've been there before with them, and they can have a lot of regrets after the game against Brazil.
You made a good point. We were talking about this, Stevie, because Argentina could say, well, we had more chances. Look, we hit the woodwork twice. And you could argue, well, you hit the woodwork for a reason because you didn't take your chances.
Well, they hit the woodworks for a reason as well, because the only way you're going to beat Alisson is to be 100% precise. And even if you get it on target, this guy looks as though he's unbeatable. You know, the two chances that hit the crossbar, one, it hit the crossbar because it had to go high, because he was there. Had it been any lower,
that was
he would have
Aguero
saved
chance.
it. Messi's taken a shot, which is wide. It's a great angle for the goalkeeper. He stands his ground, it hits the post, and if it had been on target, they weren't beating him either. So we can wax lyrical about how much better they were, supposedly, because personally, there was nothing in the game other than the chances.
I think Brazil allowed Argentina to be better. Listen, if I'm a Brazil fan, I'm looking at this performance, it's not one that evokes memories of Brazil gone by. This is a team that just sat back and allowed Argentina to come at them. And as a result, Argentina dominated possession and looked as good as we've seen them this tournament. But Argentina's Achilles heel comes back to bite them, still awfully defensively. We knew that all along. So I think Brazil played their part in Argentina looking better. I think everybody wants to see Argentina play better, and they're kind of sympathetic because they have Lionel Messi and because they've been so poor. So any improvement, you kind of applaud.
They never created a clear chance. They never created a clear chance. We knew they were questionable at the back. We've had problems with them in the final third all tournament. But then, because things go against them, all of a sudden, people are forgetting that actually they're just not that good.